Hey Geeks!
It's Jessica Lynn, Lexi, and Logan.
Samantha Kuhn, Wendy Fox from outside the Disney store in upstate New York.
When we're not watching Fantasmic, dreaming of being in the parks.
Or when I'm not watching Kylo Ren on Star Wars.
Or when I'm not selling Disney masks. Or when I'm not planning monorail crawl scavenger hunts for other geeks at G3, I'm going geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole geekin' family.
Hey Disney World geeks, Curtis Stone here. Welcome to episode 382 of the Geekin' On Walt Disney World podcast. This week, good friend of ours, Jennifer Galambos, joins me to review her latest family trip to Disney World. It was recorded last year, I think around Christmas time. I've been catching up with all those recordings that I did during the vacations and the holidays, and I've been having a lot of fun chatting with Disney World geeks for over 6 years. It's going to be 7 years in April. That's amazing. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. My daughter Lindsay and I started the podcast talking about our Disney World trips, and we began to bring on other Disney geeks to tell their trip stories. Our listeners are just so positive, caring, and generous. We encourage a family atmosphere here, and before too long, they started calling me their podfather, and I continue to bring on listeners to tell their stories. We'd love you to join our Geekin' family, tell your Disney World trip stories too. And we're independent Disney authorized travel agents with Fairy Tale Concierge. So whenever you're ready to book a trip, come talk to Mama and Auntie Judy. Jennifer and EJ are friends of ours too that are travel agents. You can contact Mama and Auntie Judy at travelandtiaras@gmail.com. You can find Jennifer and EJ on their Jiminy Society Facebook page. And before I get to that interview with Jennifer, let's talk to Auntie Judy and Mama, as we do each week, to get some of their tips for you travelers. Well, it's that time of the week for the traveling tips with the Traveling Tiaras. Happy Super Bowl day, ladies.
Yeah.
Hey, geeks. Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
It's a waste of a day. A waste of TV time.
There's a lot of fans, Judy, that could be mad at you.
Nah,
Who's playing, Judy? Do you know who, where,
I have
what?
no
when, why?
idea.
Are you having a party?
No idea.
Where would they be playing?
I think they're playing in Tampa.
Yeah.
You are correct. And so that means one of the teams, well, it doesn't necessarily mean one of the teams is, but in this
I know it's not the Cleveland Browns, so
right.
Well, I want to give a shout out to some of the new people who have joined our private Facebook. People I usually get my tips or questions from.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Yes, this is where we get the answers to our questions.
yeah.
Say hi to Angie Phillips.
Hi, Angie Phillips.
I say, what's a tip or what's a topic about Disney World you'd love for us to cover? She says, tips.
Okay, she's in the right place.
She's got one-word answers. What's the biggest challenge in planning a Disney World vacation? Cost.
Mm-hmm.
You guys got any? You guys got any good? I was just chatting with someone who I'm going to probably talk to later in the week. Elizabeth Stainer. She's interested in, I think, booking a trip with you guys. So we're going to talk with her later this week. She hasn't been since she was 5 years old. So that's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh,
things
cool. Fun.
Things have changed a lot, Elizabeth.
And to work.
Depends how old she is, right?
Yeah.
To work with a travel agent's a great idea. You guys got any good promotions going on right now?
Same one that's been out since January, which is the room discount and the ticket discount. Well, it's not really a ticket discount. If you stay 4 nights in a package, you can get 2 free ticket days.
All right. Those are good current promos. So there you go. That's one great way to save some money. And if you book with us, whenever they come out with new promos, these guys will set you right up with those and get you the best deal that's possible out there. Michael Newman just joined our group.
Hey, Michael. I'm Michael Newman.
And what's the topic he wants to hear us talk about? He says more live reports.
I'm sorry, Judy just sounded so weird. What'd she say?
What'd she say?
Because Michael Newman.
She's goofy today.
Our next contestant is. Say it,
You like my new patches? Look at that.
Nice. You guys been drinking?
Irrelevant today.
No. I got new patches to sew on my coat, so.
Excellent.
Oh, I thought you sewed
This
them on
one's-
already. Okay.
No, this one's for you, Curtis. This is from your favorite attraction. And it says, all the guys that turned me on turned me down.
That's cool. Country Bears.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
What's the topic about Disney World you'd love for us to cover on the podcast? He says more live reports. I haven't done a live report in the main body of our podcast for quite some time because I released those with patreon.com. So, Michael, the best way for you to hear live reports is during the Patreon. I put podcasts out there for Patreon. I just did a recording that I recorded from the first time from the studio, just talking about the G3 coming up. So if you want to hear those, join patreon.com and contribute to the show. That would get you there. Also, I've got I'm going to play a live report though from there while I'm down in Disney World for February. So Michael, you'll get to hear one pretty soon. And while I'm down in Disney World, it makes it easy for me to get that ready. He's got a large family.
But won't you be doing live streaming stuff when we're down there as we walk around and talk around? And
Yep, I'm sure we will be doing that. And I'll be recording live so I can post those to my Patreon group when I get back. It'll give me lots of material to release for those guys. I like to do a little extra for them. And he says he's got a large family, so coordinating 3 adult children's schedules around and 2 teenager schedules is always tough.
Yes, it is.
it is very hard.
Nicole Elizabeth,
Hi, Nicole.
she wants to hear about Star Wars.
Yes. We love it.
I'm loving The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
Except that it's not broadcasting right now.
They're all done for the season.
Yeah, not until, I think they said December.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, yeah, that's been just such a great popular show for sure. And time management is our biggest challenge. How do you manage your time when you're down in Disney World, Judy?
You know that Disney time goes faster than real time.
That is the truth.
It goes really fast. You have to get up early. You have to catch the bus at least an hour to an hour and a half before the park opens. And then you stay till it's closing. And then you try to get 2 or 3 hours of sleep. And you'll go home and you'll sleep.
2 or 3 hours. Yeah, you can sleep when you're home.
Judy, are you getting excited for the Grand Geek and Gathering?
I am. I really am. Yeah, I'm starting to get things organized and get things packed. And
We've been having some
And I
great
think-
Zoom calls.
we are. The Zoom calls are a real hoot. I love talking with all the geeks on a weekly basis. I was looking through the book that Samantha just made of all the geeks that are going, and it's amazing.
I know. I love how everyone's
see-
contributing.
I know, and I was counting how many people I've already met and how many more people I'm going to get to meet when we're down there. It's going to be really cool.
I was really excited to see the wine glasses. The stemless wine glasses came in on Saturday. 3 boxes. 2 boxes are same size, one's smaller. We just hope you got a big enough car. You got a trailer, Judy?
Well, I could tie them to the roof.
They're packed like egg cartons. So hopefully they'll make it.
They'll make it.
They came out pretty good.
We can put the seats down too. If we have to, we can drop the seats in the back seat down.
I know. I'm confident you'll be able to get
we'll get everything in.
all the loot down. Hey, Todd Wood joined the private Facebook group.
Hello, Todd.
Hey, Todd.
He loves listening to the podcast. He says, you guys touch on everything I like to listen to. I would like to hear more from the Imagineers. That's something I think Judy always says to me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that lunch with Imagineer, and then I'd invite him over to the podcast.
Well, we tried to set up a lunch with an Imagineer a couple of trips ago, and you didn't want any part of it. Remember that, Marita? We were going to do Brown Derby with lunch with an Imagineer.
Yeah.
Could have been the expense because it was kind of expensive too.
Yeah, it was. That would be cool. And then last year,
and it's about 3 hours as well to do that.
and didn't we talk to a guy, and I can't think of his name, at the G3 in 2019?
Yes.
That helped build Tower of Terror, and he was fascinating. We need to get his name, and you could have him on the show. I bet he would come in a heartbeat.
Yep, I could do.
He was real. I think Chad Pennycoff knows who he is.
Yep, I could do that.
That would be awesome.
I know how much you like that. Janine Ward joined the group.
Hi, Janine.
Hi, Janine.
She says, you do well covering it all. Wow, great praise in the last couple there. She says her biggest challenge of going to Disney World is COVID.
Yeah, I agree.
That's basically why Mom's not going on this trip with me.
Yeah, and wearing the masks all day is very difficult. So
She's going to wait.
Gonna wait it out.
Well, she went with Lindsay solo. Her and Lindsay went. So now it's my turn to go alone. But I won't be alone, will I?
No, you
Not
won't.
at all.
Gail Sikenga joined our group.
Hello, Gail.
She'd love for us to talk about snacks. Now, I got two of the best snackers in Disney World on the podcast with me right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I know the one I was writing down my must-dos, and cinnamon bun was the best snack that I was thinking about. Of course, you got the Festival of the Arts.
So I'm going to interrupt you right there. You are going to eat at the Regal Eagle barbecue place in America. And there is a new dessert there, which is, I want to say it's related to the cinnamon bun family.
Oh.
And it looks fabulous. And I want you to try it and report about it. It's sort of a cinnamon apple cakey type of thing.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And yeah, I'm really not getting the description done very well, but it's supposed to be really good. Hot diggity dog bomb. Good. So
I'm going to add that to my list.
yeah, add that to your list because I know you're going there.
I'm going to add Spice Road Table to my list.
Good
Go
luck.
at it. Good time.
So we were having this conversation where I was really upset that I wouldn't be able to do the Regal Eagle because we had the 2 p.m. German beer garden, which, so I can't eat lunch at noon or so and then go to the beer garden because, beer garden is just all you can eat, even though it's not a buffet. And I want to do the beer garden because we have like 20 geeks reserved there. And then I'm not going to be hungry till the next day.
Right. That's right. Your problem is what?
But you surprised me, Mom, and said I could extend my trip. What motivated you to extend my trip Monday and Tuesday?
Because she loves you so much.
Oh, and that too, right? Yeah. The airfare went down a little bit, and we got a really nice deal with the Visa promo that's out right now. So
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
2 days is not going to break the bank.
That's cool. So now I got a full week, and I get to do my Regal Eagle, and I might even sneak in the joke restaurant that I always tease. They tease me with the Spice Road Table. Maybe I can sneak in there for a snack.
You could. You know what's a good snack? One of my favorites is the funnel cake in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, I thought you were saying Epcot. I was thinking of one in Epcot, but
Well, the Epcot one is good, but there's something different about it's crunchier at the Magic Kingdom. It's the funnel cake in the Epcot's more doughy, but I really like the one in the Magic Kingdom. It could be lunch, actually.
That's Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, that's a
At
great
Sleepy
one.
Hollow. That is such a good one.
And I think
And
it's open,
popcorn.
too. I think it's open.
Popcorn's always a good snack.
So Elizabeth Stainer, I just mentioned her. She wants to go back. She hasn't been since the 5th grade. She's got huge expectations and she doesn't want to be disappointed. She's wondering how to deal with the lines and the crowds.
Well, right now there aren't any lines or crowds, so to speak. It's pretty, it's only at 30% capacity.
We're hearing
not too
you
bad.
could see a big line, but they move pretty fast.
Yeah.
That's the word out right now. But when you go, Elizabeth, who knows? She's not sure. I think she wants to look at the springtime. And
Someone said the line for Haunted Mansion stretched all the way through Liberty Square, all the way through Frontierland over to the bridge, and it only took them 15 minutes
I know
the
it.
line.
Yeah, so
Everybody's spaced out so far.
Yeah.
So even if you see a big long line, get into it because it probably won't be that long.
right.
And we
Because
think it's going to be like that for a while too.
she says, what's our biggest challenge with planning? She says, how to get all the reservations and tickets. Now that's
I
something
can
the
give
Travel
her a
and
hint on
Tierras
that.
can help you with.
That's what I was just going to say. Call us and we can take care of that for you.
Yeah, you're a perfect listener to take advantage of their services, and they don't cost you anything. Disney pays for the commission.
It's built in, whether you go with Disney or us, except if you go with us, Disney has to cough it up and give it to us.
Yeah, and then you get extra service. That's everyone I have from this past week that joined, but that's a lot, guys. I was wondering.
I saw one question on the Facebook group. Somebody asked, how do we pick the days to visit the parks? How do we know which day we're going to go to Epcot and which day we're going to go to Magic Kingdom? And Glenn Kessler did a nice job. And I agree with him. Try to stay away from Epcot on the weekends because all the locals go.
Especially for the festivals.
Yeah, for the festivals, they all go. And Hollywood Studios is tough on the weekends. Try to do those during midweek.
Because they got the new attractions, right?
Yeah.
I saw another good question in our private Facebook group. Definitely get in there and ask questions and learn from the questions that are asked and the great, amazing responses. Like Judy, just not just us posting in there our answers, but also our fantastic listeners. But someone asked, how is the pin trading in the parks right now? We love pin trading, and I plan to go stock up on some traders before we go on our trip at the end of April. I know that they are doing social distance pin boards in the parks, but how many are there? Carl Casavecchia answered that really well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about pin trading?
trader.
Judy's a big pin trader.
Yeah, they have boards now instead of you don't go to the cast members. And they've always had boards, but I'm hearing they have more boards now, and you can go up. And I don't know whether you point to the pin and the cast member hands it to you, but you can go to all the stores. Yeah,
to they'll wipe it down
and all the stores have them. So you get and the resorts all have pin boards, so they're around. Just ask, and you can trade. And I think you can trade 2 pins at a time.
Perfect. Now we bring you on for tips. Mama, you said you had a tip for this week?
I do. I want to talk about the magic bands this week. Some of you might be aware that there are some new colors that just came out for magic bands. There's 2 ways you can get these magic bands. If you have a trip booked, go through your My Disney Experience, you can go through and look at these new colors. They also have, the ones with the graphic designs on them as well. But the new colors are really pretty. I'm going to tell you that if you go through My Disney Experience, you will see, these are the colors. There's one called Blush, which is like a nude kind of beigey color. There's Olive. There's Mint, Dark Purple, Black, Navy, Lavender, Raspberry, which is really nice, and Soft Yellow. Those will cost you $5 if you have a trip booked and you go through My Disney Experience. If you want one and you don't have a trip booked, you can also go through Shop Disney app. They have them there too, but they'll cost you $15, $14.99 actually. And there's a couple of different colors there: turquoise, white, light pink, and dark red. They're really pretty. I say go for it if you want some of the new unique colors.
The lavender is almost like a figment lavender.
Very pretty, very light and pretty. So though that with the magic bands, you can reuse your magic band for several years after. Disney kind of says it's around the 2-year mark, but people have reported that they're good for 3 and 4 years with the RFID chips in them. So, and I think, Kurt, that's what you did this year. You just reactivated your Sorcerer Mickey band.
Do they still have those fancy ones? Like I have the Sorcerer, I have an Epcot one, ball one.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
Those are more than the $5. These new colors and the plain ones will be $5 on the My Disney Experience app when you book a trip. But they do have them on Shop Disney, and of course you can get them down there.
Well, we got my magic band all straightened out. How many magic bands were on my account, Margita?
I counted 45 on yours.
Wow.
So
you deactivated 44 of them and activated one, right?
yeah, most of them are in my Mickey head wreath. So actually, I've got 2 Mickey head wreaths. Maybe we can post a picture of that sometime and show that.
That would be great.
And you got me connected on Judy's account, right?
Yes, you're all set.
My travel agents have got me all ready to go.
We can do the big attempt on Friday to get Rise of the Resistance boarding passes.
Yes, I'm putting you in charge of that, Judy, so you better not mess me up. she's got the pressure.
I'm going to try. Try my best.
What are you going to do if she messes up? Then what?
I'm going to make fun of her.
For punishment.
Make fun of me.
I'll make fun of her in front of everyone.
But then we'll try again at 1:00.
Yeah.
It'll be all over the podcast.
Right? 2 on Friday and 2 on Tuesday. So
Yeah.
You're good.
We got four tries.
And Judy does a spreadsheet for all of our reservations and where we are, and she sent me the spreadsheet. Subject to change, I'm sure. I don't know.
Of course.
We're still time.
We're still working on getting you into Beaches and Cream.
I'm not worried. That's for the last day, Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're just going to show up and we're just going to go in with you. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem.
Before, yeah.
Not going to be a problem.
We'll get it. We'll get it done. Now, Judy, do you have a tip for us this week?
I have a tip with a little bit of history. If people have been watching Facebook, you'll know that the Liberty Bell steam wheeler paddle wheel has been brought back into the Magic Kingdom. They had drained the river and the lake that it's in to do some refurbishment. They fixed up the track. They painted some of the rock work, they said. They redid the landscape. They painted all things. So I looked it up. And the Liberty Bell is actually the second ship they've had there. The first one was called the Admiral Joe Fowler.
Oh.
It was there from 1971 to 1980, and it was named after a construction worker.
Oh, cool.
And then they brought in the new one. It was called the Richard F. Irvine, and it was named after a Walt Disney World executive. But in 1996, they changed the name to the Liberty Bell from Richard Irvine. And they did a major, major overhaul then. And then again in 2018, they put a new boiler on that ship. So it's been in and out of service. But it's back in service now. But here's the interesting thing. They took it out of the river. They floated it down through Bay Lake, through the Seven Seas Lagoon, past the Contemporary, past the Magic Kingdom with a tugboat, because while the stern wheeler paddles, it can't steer itself. So it needed other assistance. They actually had to turn off the monorail and do something to the electrical part of the monorail as they took it underneath the monorail. And then for part of it, to get it back in the river, the cast members were towing it by hand.
Cool.
They said over 100 cast members were involved in moving this back onto the track. So it's back on the track and it's up and running. So I think all the geeks and everybody that's down there, go for a ride on it, because maybe they've updated the landscape or changed what you see when you go around it. It's a half mile. The trip around the lake is a half mile. So it'll be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's fun. That's great.
Back up and running.
Great fun tip there. And sounds to me like it floats then. For real.
It floats. But it's actually on a track.
Yes.
The paddle wheel turns, but it's really on a track. It doesn't steer itself.
Right. That's always fun.
I think it does.
Fun and relaxing to do that.
And we heard a tip from one of the cast members that they put some kind of coloring into the water to make it that murky color so that you don't see the track.
Right.
Yes. Well, I've heard that as Jungle Cruise as well.
And they do that on the Jungle Cruise too, yeah.
Probably realistic to the Tom Sawyer kind of water anyway.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Isn't the Mississippi River kind of murky?
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
so
great, guys. We're getting excited. Auntie Judy and I and Ken will be down there. I got my wig, came in today or Saturday.
Mine's been ordered.
Judy's got a wig. Ken's got a wig. I heard Daniel
Ken has a
Ginger's
new
got
one. And I asked Ken to bring his old one. So if people want to put the classic black Ken wig on, you can put that on.
I was wondering with COVID, I guess we're not allowed probably to trade wigs.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's up to you.
I'm excited. I can't wait to get down there and see all you guys. Definitely say hi.
I know.
And if you
It's
see
gonna
me
be so
first,
cool.
definitely say hi to me first. Don't say hi to Judy.
Lots of elbow bumps going
She
on.
always catches
I
me.
know.
She always catches the listeners first before me. Well,
I know. Yeah, it's gonna be good. We're gonna have a good time.
good talking to you guys, and thanks for all your tips.
Okay, geeks.
Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, now it's time to bring on the featured trip report for this week, and it's Jennifer Galambos, and she went down with her family. They did a really cool split stay with Tornado Tower and the Yacht Club, which is a great deluxe resort. One of my favorites. They did a split stay. I love the Beach Club and the Yacht Club. Little note, I think we talk about Glenn and his tips for the Rise of the Resistance. If you don't know what that is, check out episode 375, 376. Glenn was on there and he gives lots of great tips, but those tips for the Rise of the Resistance, it's out on my website too. Look at geekinonww.com to get some of those tips. She talks about the virtual queue for 3 bridges. I love that tip. And another one to get your room assignment early. They do some restaurants like the Boathouse. This was the first time they ever met Glenn Kessler. It's a fun geek and meet. Liberty Tree Tavern, Via Napoli, Chicken Guy, Beaches and Cream, Brown Derby. Another great tip about restaurant waitlist while you're in the parks. And this episode is loaded with tips. Hey, she is a travel agent. She gives her overall feeling about how she enjoyed going during this time of COVID. And the magic is still there at Disney World. Let's go now with my good friend Jennifer Galambos with her family down to Disney World. I have been doing lots of trip reports. I don't know. I just want you guys to tell your stories on the podcast. I got more than I possibly can get out by the end of the year. And I did Friday night. I recorded yesterday on Saturday. And this is not typical for me to record on the weekend. But this person reached out to me. She didn't have to reach out to me. I knew I was going to do her trip report. Even if it was like the 10th in a row in 10 days, but I was going to do her trip report because she's a special friend of ours and you'll know her right away if you've been listening to this podcast at all. Wishes, Phantasmic, Happily Ever After, Cinderella's Castle. We're going to find out. I bet there's more stuff that makes her cry when she's down in Disney World. I know for a fact. She does look fabulous with pixie dust in her hair from the barber shop. She is the mom to cute kids at the Monsters Laugh floor. They're not babies anymore. She shares in her clients' excitement more than she probably should, especially now. Please give a warm Geek and Family welcome to Jen Galambos.
Hello, everyone. Ohana.
Hey, Jen, all the crowd is going crazy for you.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. What can I say?
Are you doing your
Paparazzi?
It sounds like you're doing your princess wave there.
Actually, I had my coffee cup in hand, like,
Yeah.
cheers.
How are you, Jen? It's Sunday morning.
It is, and I should still be laying in bed watching YouTube videos.
Oh, is that what you do on Sunday mornings?
That is.
I normally go to church, but I've been bad they started having it in. I did some ushering, and then Mom doesn't want to go. I don't feel like going to church without Mom.
I hear you. I get that.
Yeah, I kind of
Totally.
going alone doesn't really.
Yeah. No, totally. Yep.
So I'm going to minister to my audience, Jen, through you.
I'll do my best.
You went to Disney World, did you?
I did. It was a month ago tomorrow.
Oh my gosh,
The 14th we left.
Has it been that long?
It has. I can't believe it, actually. Like this morning I was like, oh, wow. Like, you know, you look at your phone to see the time and it shows you the date. And I'm like, that was a month ago that I was frantically panicking, packing, and like getting ready to leave at 4 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Hey, I got to ask you now, before we get into this trip, is there anything else in Disney World that makes you cry now? Anything different?
Oh my God. Well, I did. I don't know if you saw the post, but I posted in Geeks our first day at Magic Kingdom. We have our car down there because we do drive. And so we tend to, you know, we park at the TGC and we like to take the ferry over. Okay. And the second it kind of rounds that bend and you see, you know, Cinderella's castle is so teeny tiny, I'm like, oh, here they come.
The tears.
So still Cinderella's castle, but jumping ahead like I always do. Magic Kingdom was not our first day in the parks. It was actually, we arrived, our first full day there was on Sunday, and this was Tuesday. And but still, something about it. Just let's see, is there anything else that makes me cry? Yes, my husband spinning me around really, really fast on teacups. We'll get into that. I'm not angry at all. I think that was the newest thing to make me cry.
Oh my gosh. It's kind of special going down. You had some trepidation going down, I bet. Yeah. But what was the feeling being there at this time, knowing what we've been going through this year?
Relief. That's the first. I'm like going to say, I was going to be cheesy and say it was magical. It was relief. Like, I remember seeing the sign and just like, I think I audibly sighed. Yeah,
we always get that feeling, but was it a little deeper this time?
No, it was different. It was different. It wasn't like that, I'm here, yay. It was like, I'm here. Like, it's open. We're back. We're getting back to a resemblance of normal, because everything else about Disney, being the travel agent, you know, it affects me in more ways. Right. It's something that is open. It's some resemblance back to normalcy. Yeah. That
we just need to start hugging everybody again.
Yes, instead of my husband, we do the elbow bumps.
It's worse than a fist pump. I kind of like fist pumps.
Yeah, but still hand to hand. You got to do the elbows.
I know. I don't like that.
I hear you. No. I'm a hugger.
I want the hugs back.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I hope so. Yeah. And I know, I was just looking at the news. The vaccine is starting to go out today in America. And so I got more hope than I had in the past.
Yep.
New year coming up. We're excited. Well, yeah. When did you plan this trip, Jen?
Well, like not every one of our trips, but most of our trips are planned last minute, particularly our cruises.
You get the spur of the moment feeling, and
we do. But it's actually my husband. I will always go. You know me.
Right.
I will always go no matter what.
You don't need an excuse.
I don't. It's usually him that is like, let's go. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. It was September 25th. It was our anniversary, and we're out to dinner. And actually, he had said when the parks had opened in July and he's seen the reports, he's like, let's go. I'm like, I'm not wearing a mask at Disney. You know, I was grumpy. I was dealing with, you know, I think a lot of the emotions that all of us geeks were dealing with, which was, I was still like, you know, almost a depression, but I don't want to use that term loosely at all.
Right.
Like that is very, I was not depressed, right. But you know, it was like this sense of, I call it the Eeyore effect.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, okay, you know, I had no excitement. It was really, really hard.
Great explanation of it.
Thank you. So anyway, so when he said something to me like in August, I'm like, nah. It took a month. It took a month of people being open. It took my girl, Jamie Givens, to be down there and just saying how amazing it was, how the masks really weren't horrible, that I was like, okay, you know, let's do this. So that's when we started planning it. I got everything booked, I think like by like October 1st or 2nd, and away we went.
I just got to say too, for my feelings as a podcaster, you know, when your main topic is closed.
Right. Yeah.
You as a travel agent, Mom and Judy and EJ, you know, you guys are going through some a lot of change, a lot of work for nothing. And and in my case, a lot of less downloads.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of less Patreon support.
Yeah.
some other things. Some other things going on. Yeah. And I start, but you know what? I go back. I've been feeling better lately, just thinking of our community. How many listeners do I have to really have? Because I've got so many that are so dedicated and so awesome that send me things. Like you can probably see my candle over here burning, Jen.
I can.
One of them. I had 2 days in a row, people sent me things, and Mom also into the mail. The emotions of when we lost our little dog, our big dog. I mean, all of the show of support from the people that really matter have been, you got to really, I kind of dig deep into that gratitude pool and go, thank you for the people that we have. I'm very appreciative of that.
I was like you, and I definitely, I have a Mickey shaped heart, although Donald's my boy, a lot of people can think of Disney as just like, it's Disney. It's a vacation. I think a lot of us geeks, we look at it differently. It's almost, I feel like, I don't want to put words into anybody, but I feel like it's a part of us. It's a part of me, and I think that's why we've all kind of been struggling a little bit. Like, I'm going to be honest. I stopped watching YouTube, Disney videos, even when the parks first opened. I'm like, I did stop listening to a lot of podcasts because, not yours, but a lot.
No, I understand. Yeah.
Just, so I think we're all in the same boat, but I feel like people, the fire is starting to get back into everybody again.
All right, let's do it. Let's have fun now. So, tell me what I know you've told me, but I've forgotten. Why do you drive down? You got a good haul to go.
We do. It's not bad, actually, and I'll explain.
I know you don't mind it, do you?
I don't. I did at first. So the first time we went was 6 years ago. That was more about financially. We had just bought a house.
Oh, it totally makes sense. Yeah, you got a big fan. How many went down this time, Jen?
4.5. And the reason for the half is my stepdaughter was finally able to join us. She had to go to school that week. Okay. So she was able to join us over the weekend, our last weekend there. So anyway, so that's why we started. It was just like at the very beginning, and it kind of broke the seal of us driving down. And when we go for a week, and this trip was probably the best of our driving. We left on a Saturday morning at 4 a.m. and we got down there around 6:30, and a lot of the times we stop midway. We'll leave about 9 a.m. from our house, stop in like the Savannah area, stay overnight, and I was just like, I said to my husband, while we were debating what we were doing, I was like, let's just do it. He's the one that does all the driving. Yeah. So if you're okay with it, let's just leave early and just knock it out. And we did. And it was probably, the girls are older now. That might have had a lot to do with it too, why it was so great.
Yeah. Much bickering in the car.
No, not even that. It was just like the potty stops, the I'm hungries, there was some of that. They're just older, and I feel like even though it's nothing that you could really place your finger on, it just felt different.
How many hours for you, Jen, to drive?
Right about 15.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I know people are probably like, what?
That's a pretty good, that's a good straight through haul.
Yeah. Yeah. And leaving on a Saturday morning where, there was nobody. We made it from here, from we're north of Philadelphia to Northern Virginia. And if anybody knows, I know Glenn probably knows that area very well. Anybody can, I think of a couple other people. From Philadelphia to Northern Virginia, we made it in 2.5 hours.
Well, you got through Washington, D.C. by going early, right?
Oh, yeah, that's the point. And Northern Virginia is always like, that's gridlock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
all right.
So yeah, that was great. So it was the four of us, my husband, myself, my daughters, 12 and 8. There you go.
And Jen, where'd you stay?
2 different places, split stay. Coronado for the first 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday night. And then Yacht Club for the rest.
Ooh. How many nights?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 7 nights. People are probably going, Jen, it's 7 nights. No, I still need to use my fingers. Okay.
I'm glad you got 10 fingers.
You're not the only one.
Why'd you pick Coronado?
Because I was able to get a tower room. And that is, although I had stayed at, my family has never stayed there. I stayed there back in 2010.
Oh, not the tower. Not the tower, though.
Not the tower, obviously. But I was at a Tupperware convention because I used to be a Tupperware lady.
I see that.
I just wanted to, anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, and it was my husband. He loves his club level, and obviously there's no club level available.
Yeah.
Although the tower does offer club level, when it's available. Normally, yeah. So I was like, let's try it out. So there you go. And I figured 2 nights, and he loved Yacht Club. We stayed there one night a couple years ago, and he's like, I want to go back. And I was like, okay, well, this then gives me kind of trying out the new resort, and then gives him his Yacht Club.
This is a great split stay. I love these two. It's a great mix of a tower and, a deluxe that's right in Epcot. Yeah. I mean, I love this pair.
And I gotta say, the tower and Coronado itself feels more of a deluxe.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more of that feel. So yeah.
I think Glenn said that too recently.
Well, he was there at the same time.
His podcast is coming up soon.
Okay, so spoiler.
Hey, he spoke for 2 hours. If that's not a surprise.
Why did that? It did not surprise me. He was there.
I'm going to break.
This seemed like a crazy. Was it like 10 days or something? He was like crazy there a long time.
Yeah. Did you see him there?
Did you miss that? Where have you been?
I see it in your notes too. And your notes are like all over the place. So this is not going to be the typical structured, I don't think.
Yes, it is. I'm demanding it's going to keep that way. I think you're not all over the place.
Well, your food is at the bottom of your notes.
No. My food is at the bottom. That's more for me and you. I have food sprinkled in between, but yes.
So you'll still get the resort and the food.
I will get everything.
Reviews.
So here's an interesting thing going back to the resorts.
Yeah.
Was that my husband actually said he, like all said and done, he would prefer to go back to Coronado. I could not believe it. He's the bougie of bougies.
So he really liked, the tower. Did he really like the tower?
He loved the rooms at the tower.
Yeah.
He's an introvert. So he likes to be down there, but he definitely wants his breaks from the crowds. And, he wants his break from people.
Yeah, that'll do it. Coronado will do it for you, right?
Coronado, I mean, and the fact that I think it was only open at 30%. The tower was open, and I feel like, I can't remember which section.
The food wasn't open, right? A lot of the.
Well, that was
food court stuff, kind of.
Yeah, which I'm sure
that's
you got
a bummer.
It. The food court wasn't open. That was, I think.
This is a good one too.
Yeah, I know. I think if we had stayed there all week, I'll be interested to hear what Glenn thought about it. I think that in the end of the day, that kind of would have bothered me a little bit.
Sure.
I do love my refillable mugs, which I eventually did get at Yacht Club. But there's a story behind that too. The food I liked, El Mercado, I think was the little place that you got. So we were in the tower. So taking the really cool elevators down. Oh, and my husband's also a technology geek. So he loved the fact that you could stream from the TV, that our name was on it. Like we watched Mandalorian Saturday night from, that was great. Oh, no, it was Sunday morning. I'm sorry, Sunday morning. He loved the way the elevators work because they're unique and different. So that's, I think, another reason why he loved Coronado. But the point is staying in the towers, it wasn't that big of a deal. We go down couple floors, we're right there. I think it may have bothered me more if I was in one of the other rooms. And I did hear rumors that on the 17th, the food court will be back open. So if you have a trip, I'm sure this will come out after Christmas.
What'd you think of the price you got at Coronado? Because weren't they running some really good deals at the tower, Jen?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've even seen, because I'm part of a Coronado Facebook group, people are like, oh my goodness, I'm in the tower for like $100 more total.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was one of the resorts. It's interesting because we stayed at both of the resorts that were closed because of the NBA. I didn't even realize that until like halfway through our trip. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's right. Both these resorts were closed.
And opened up though, because the NBA was over, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I love this next bullet right on here, because I missed this when I stayed. I stayed there in February myself, Jen. I stayed at the tower, but
Right.
I knew about this, and everyone in my audience is talking about it. But the Three Bridges Lounge, tell me about that, because
Yeah, so that was funny. We were getting down into Florida, right around dinner time, and we didn't want to stop. Oftentimes, we'll stop at Cracker Barrel.
I love Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, it's our thing.
I dig that.
And it's funny because my husband's like, let's not stop anywhere, keep the risk of exposure as low as possible. So not saying that you can't get it, whatever.
Yeah.
So he's like, let's just get down there and eat somewhere there. So we're like, okay, let's go to Disney Springs. And boy, am I glad we did not go to Disney Springs. That is a hot tip there.
Yeah.
Try not to go on a Saturday night. And
Yeah.
There were several agents that were down there that weekend too, and they posted about Disney Springs. And I'm like, and we drove past the exit off of I-4 to get to Disney Springs, and it was backed up onto the highway.
Oh.
So I'm glad we didn't do that. And I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
A lot of geeks have talked about this. He even said at one point within our trip, he's like, what else? Where else have the geeks recommended us go?
Wait, after you did Three Bridges, you mean?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So I said, the podcast, a lot of people recommend this. It's right there. So let's go. So what I did is as we got closer.
Yay.
Yes.
Kermit approves.
Thanks. So as I hit I did the reserve, make a dining reservation.
Yeah.
And there's a button when you do that to do like reserve now. So I joined essentially a virtual queue for that.
For Three Bridges?
For Three Bridges. Yes.
Oh,
you can't make ADRs for Three Bridges.
No, but that's cool.
It has to be this way.
Because you can hang out in the resort, in the room, and whatever.
Well, that's a little tip. So this was an interesting thing. So all day I'm going, especially once 3 o'clock hit, I'm going, we haven't got a room number. We haven't because I did do this. The first time I ever did online check-in. In the past, I've always recommended for clients not to do it just because, especially first timers, I like them to go to the front desk to get a sense of, I feel like going to the front desk at Disney starts the magic.
100%. I know my mom, she does it too.
Yeah. And
she has such an animated conversation with the cast member. That's a great tip.
And I'm sure Mama does the same thing. We become best friends within 5 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, this and that. And I'm like, can we I'm over there anxiously waiting, impatiently waiting to get going.
Yeah. You and my husband would be in the same boat.
Let's go.
Let's just go. So anyway, but I was like, let's just do it. I'm always about researching for my clients when I go. I always want to try something new. I always want to try something different.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so I was like, let's just do it. So we're driving. I'm going, why is it? Now I put in our time of arrival when I did the online check-in at I was guesstimating around 7:30. So I'm going, as we're driving along, I'm going, I wonder if this has anything to do with it. So I changed our arrival time. And lo and behold, about 15 minutes later, I get our room number. And then when I did it for Yacht Club, I knew that we were going to be going to Hollywood Studios that day. So I knew our arrival time would be crazy early.
Yeah.
So I think I put in for 7:30 and I got a room reservation. I got a room number right away.
Oh, wow. No, that's a good thing anyway, right? Did you walk over from?
Exactly. Yeah.
You parked the car at the resort and walked over.
Exactly. Precisely. But because we had a room number already.
Yep.
There's.
You were able to walk in. Well, how early were you able to walk into?
Oh my goodness. It was 7:30.
Wow.
8 o'clock. It might have been.
That's super cool.
It might have been 8. Well, no, I got our reservation. I think I took a screenshot of, so I would have to find it.
Yeah.
I think I did, but, or the email, whatever. The point is we were able to, yes, exactly. Kind of go to the room, freshen up, and then start our walk over. So that was great. But anyway, so that's a little tip, about if you're not seeing your room reservation, if you're not getting your room alert, try to put in a little bit earlier. You might get it earlier. And
also to walk over from that resort, the boardwalk area into Hollywood Studios, because everyone has trouble getting in by driving. They get stopped.
Kurt, I am trying to go in sequential order and you're jumping around, mister. I would like the record to show that this was not guest's fault. This was the host's fault. Thank you.
I need more practice, Jen.
Anyway, no, that is, I'm teasing. That is a great, yes. If you are staying at one of the 3 resorts, and right before we got there, like maybe a week and a half before we got there, the friendship boats had just started running again. So prior to that, if you were staying at any of those resorts, your only option was to walk. And the Skyliner doesn't start because the Epcot Skyliner, that doesn't start until like 10 a.m. because Epcot doesn't open until 11. So go ahead.
Well, Jen, the host started this conversation on 3 bridges. Are you going to tell me what you ate there?
Yes, I am. So, sorry about that. So we get to our room, and our wait time was about an hour. So that left us, which was fun. I knew it's a Saturday night. I knew it would be a while, but that left us some time to like get refreshed and kind of zhuzhed up after driving for 15 or so hours.
Yeah.
So we go down there, and it was wonderful. It was like, that's the other moment I think I had where it was like this relief. I'm like, I'm home.
Yeah.
And the way where I was sitting, I could see the tower all lit up with its Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah.
So I got the sangria flight.
What's a flight? That's why you have a flight with sangria. I thought it was all the same. They're different kinds?
There's a white, a red, and what was the third one?
That's awesome.
Fiddles.
I don't think I've ever heard of a sangria flight.
A white, red, yeah. So somebody else on the podcast had talked about the sangria flight, or maybe I posted about we're about to go there, and so I can't remember, but I remember hearing recommendations. Maybe it's from other. I can't remember.
Nice
recommendations about the first. I was like, I love sangria. I'll get it. I did not like it, and neither did my husband.
Okay.
Like it's something about it was just bitter. I didn't like it. So that was a miss, but everything else was a hit. I asked for the chorizo, like cheese dip, but we don't eat pork. So I asked if it could be made with the Impossible chorizo. Waiter was like, well, I'm not sure. I'll have to ask. He did. And he's like, yeah. And he came back kind of excited. Like the chef was kind of excited to make it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like, he's like, oh, yeah, that'd be great. That was amazing.
So it's funny when the chefs get excited about something new.
I know. Well, again, and here's, I'm jumping, but I just felt like every cast member, I gave them mask smile, where you kind of like squint your eyes together to show them that you're smiling through the mask. I gave everybody the mask smile. I was just so like,
So they know you're smiling even though you got a mask on.
Exactly. Gave eye contact with every cast member and just really tried to make sure everyone that we interacted with, we, let them know we are grateful for you.
Perfect.
And we're so glad that you're here type thing. And my husband and I had kind of discussed prior where, like any table service we go to, let's just always tip a little bit more than the normal, just because they've been through it. So
cool. How are the wings there?
So this is the funny story. So the third thing, I got the corn dip. I nearly licked the bowl from that corn dip.
That's like, a common theme at Disney World.
That thing, and my husband, and he loves Disney, don't get me wrong, but he's very opinionated. And
really?
I was like, that wasn't great, or that was really good. He would go back there. Even if we weren't staying there, he would go back there.
I love that. I love that comment.
Yeah. So he got the wings. My girls, I don't do wings. My girls usually don't either. I do have one meat eater, and the other one's like a give or take on meat. And she was even like chowing. I have pictures of the two of them, of my husband and my oldest one, eating the wings, like licking the bones. They were so good.
What kind of wings? I
don't. I mean, I guess I could.
Or
no.
Or
it was some kind of like Three Bridges. It had that
dips,
Tex-Mex type flair to it.
All right.
I would have to look at the menu, but then I can't do two things at once. So,
oh my gosh, we're down 3 bullets of about 500.
Okay.
Where do we go next?
I don't know where we. Okay, so that was the first day. So the next day, I decided, let's not go to the parks. Let's enjoy the resort. It's not often we enjoy the resort. So it was thankfully, it's always a risk when you plan it this way. Thankfully, it was a gorgeous, absolutely perfect Florida day. Like I can't. It was just perfection. So we took our time waking up. I went down to the cafe. I got this like a espresso drink that had condensed milk in it. That was delicious. There they do have, although this is not going to mean anything to anybody because the quick service will be open by them. But just in case you're in the tower and you're like, I don't feel like walking over there, which isn't bad of a walk, but they do have like grab and go muffins and stuff. So I got like a yogurt parfait and some sweet things. So we chilled out there, took our time. We went to the pool. My kids really enjoyed everybody really enjoyed the pool. The social distancing was, easy peasy.
This is the pool in the middle of the resort, like in the,
exactly.
in the lake?
Yeah. We didn't go to one of the quiet pools. We went to
the big one. Is it a nice pool then?
It is. It's like really big, wide, and open. And the girls, like my 8-year-old, went down the slide like 5,000 times.
Nice.
There was nobody there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've never been to that one. I've been to the resorts a few times. I've never been to the pool.
Well, that's a common theme, I think, particularly.
I know.
We never go to the pool.
True.
So and then we did. We went to. I was a little nervous that it's called Disney Springs was going to get more crowded as the evening went on. So I said, let's go to Disney Springs earlier in the afternoon. We went like maybe around 3:30, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. And we did a little shopping. I do tend to like to go to Disney Springs on like our arrival day, depending on when we get, what have you, just because it can get maybe some souvenir shopping out of the way. So especially with kids, you're not stopping every 5 seconds at every single store, even though they're make you walk through every single store after the rides.
Right.
So we went to Disney Springs, did a little shopping. It wasn't crowded at all. We had a reservation at Boathouse, and I was stressing about this one. We've been to Boathouse before, and I was really trying to try all these different restaurants. Like if we'd been there before, I didn't want to go, but I knew it was one of my husband's favorite. So I was like, I'll keep it. We'll go there. And they got us in early. I think I arrived like almost an hour before our reservation. I'm like, I know we're early. Is there any way? I think like at 5 o'clock we walked in, sat us right away. Great waiter. We had the mac and cheese. My husband, I think, got the burger. We basically had everything that we had before. Like we know we like it.
It's so hard to experiment with new things when you got so many go-tos also.
It is hard. It is very, very hard.
I know.
So we did that. We got out and I was like, okay, this is going to be really crowded now. I didn't feel that Disney Springs on Sunday night was very crowded at all.
Okay.
The Christmas tree trail had just started. So all the Christmas trees were up. We did some shopping at World of Disney, which is interesting. So I don't know if Glenn or anybody else has touched on this.
Yeah, we've talked about it, but go ahead.
So it looks like, first you have to go all the way down, like behind the marketplace, essentially behind like Earl of Sandwich, where the buses, I think it's where the buses used to drop you off.
Yeah. And
almost to where like the boat drops you off, like on the opposite side of where the boat drops you off from Port Orleans.
It's you're describing a pretty long line, I think, is what you're getting at.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it makes you think that, oh my goodness, we're going to be forever.
Right.
It moved. It really did move. It looked like it was long. And this is a theme throughout the whole week, which I know you've heard in the past.
Well, it's good to restate it.
Yeah, like don't stress over the lines. They look really long, but they're not. So we did some shopping there. And then I went to Amorette's Patisserie. And it's funny because my 8-year-old loves to ride the buses, but we always drive. My husband and my 12-year-old hate the buses.
Yeah.
Emma and I decided to go to Amorette's. They decided to leave. So she and I like strolled around. We walked through. So, Snope, the snow that is Bubbles.
Yeah.
They usually have it down Main Street. They usually have it in Hollywood Studios.
Right.
It's definitely not on Main Street. Hollywood Studios, I don't think it is. And we'll get into why. I don't know. So I'm pretty sure it's not. But it is in Disney Springs, right at the central, that like new, all the like really fancy locations like Uniqlo.
Yeah.
I think Under Armour's right there. Anyway, the tree. So they did have there. So we got our little desserts at Amorette's, and then we hopped on the bus. We came back to the resort. So that was it. That was Sunday night. It was very relaxing. Everybody was in a good mood.
What'd you buy? Did you get anything good? Did you splurge on anything?
Yeah, I got it was like a salted caramel something eclair. There really wasn't too many things. I grabbed some pictures. There really weren't too many things that I was like, oh my goodness. When we did the girls trip back in 2018 of August, they had a Dole Whip eclair. That was amazing. This was still very good. And then my daughter got, I don't remember.
I was thinking of what did you buy at the store?
Oh, at the store. Oh, I thought you meant that.
That was good too, though.
I personally didn't get anything there. I actually got something at the resort at Coronado, and it was a sweatshirt.
Oh, the resort sweatshirt?
Nope. It was a Disney World sweatshirt, but it, like, as my 12-year-old said, that is such a mom sweatshirt. I was like, oh, really? Well, I'm so glad because I'm a mom.
What's a mom sweatshirt?
I don't know. It's a sweatshirt, but according to her,
the Spirit ones are kind of a sweatshirt. It
has a Spirit-esque feel to it.
Okay.
And I love pink, so it's like pink and gray, and it has like Walt Disney World. Side note, I'm trying out YouTube to start my own like little YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
So I did post a video about talking about the ways Disney World has changed.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing that sweatshirt in that video.
All right.
So anyway, I didn't get too much there. The girls got a couple things. So that was it. Nothing like, oh my goodness.
How do they find you on YouTube, Jen?
Travel Fairy Godmother.
Travel. Very nice.
Or look for my post in the Facebook page, but I guess not everybody's on Facebook.
Maybe not. If you're not, get on our private Facebook group. Don't do anything else in Facebook. Just join our group. It's true. Anyway, so that was our first night. It was great. It was wonderful. Well, we are kind of going the order of your bullets. I want to hit the food hard, okay? But before we do that, I'm just dying to hear the story about an awkward meeting with Glenn Kessler. Okay, so this is I've been waiting for this moment. I've been seeing
here's
this.
The thing. You know, it's
I don't know
hard.
how that could be awkward. You know Glenn. Have you never met him before?
No. I never met him before.
Oh, wow. Then maybe it was awkward.
Well, this is why it's awkward. So I knew that we were staying at the same resort, but, you know, he had been there. He was there with his parents. I am very cognizant of meeting when I'm there by myself, like on a quick trip or whatever. I'm all about meeting people. Yeah. I will meet, you know, you say, let's meet, I am there.
Right.
But when I'm with my family, if you're on a family vacation, I'm very cognizant of just, if we can meet, great. If not, you know, I don't want to disrupt anybody else's family vacation. So I didn't want to say to Glenn, oh my goodness, we're at the same resort, let's meet. You know, if it happened, it happened. If not, you know. I think he'd be okay with that. I should have known with him he would have. So anyway, so we're loading up the car. I'm heading over to the yacht club Monday morning, and we're kind of in a rush. Oh, okay. There's so many things here. We're kind of in a rush to get over there. And so I'm bending down. We rented a stroller, and I'm bending down trying to like close it with the stuff in the bottom of it. If anybody knows strollers, you know what a feat this is. Right. Without taking stuff out of the bottom. So I'm bending down. All of a sudden I hear Jen. And I'm going, what the? I've had this feeling before too. It's like, is this God talking to me? Right. I'm hearing, am I hearing voices? My husband's standing in front of me, rolling his eyes at me for not being able to close the stroller. So I knew it wasn't him. I've had this happen to me. Yeah. So then, you know, I was like, oh my goodness, hi, blah, blah, blah. So we chatted for a bit, but he was in a rush to get to a bus. I'm not sure where he was going. And we were in a rush. So it was a real quick, you know, meeting, but we met, we got a picture. That was the awkward greeting of me bending down. Oh, him seeing me you have to understand something. He's behind me. We're all family. So I'm not sure. We are now. I recognized it was me from behind. You know, you already recorded the podcast with him, so he may have to come on and confess. Glenn, we're going to have a talk. I'm going to chat with him. I got a little chat, Facebook Messenger chat going with him. So anyway, so what was? I think I could recognize you from behind if I'm being. Was my hair? No, I
Is it
even
hair?
had, 'cause, I mean, my hair, obviously, it's curly.
If I'm looking for you, I think I might be able to find you. I'd recognize your kids and your husband probably.
Maybe my kids were already loaded in the car.
No, that's funny.
I mean, maybe, I don't know how I did. But anyway, the point is right before we left, I had posted about my failure to get a Rise of the Resistance boarding group.
Oh.
And he was talking to me in Messenger, just like, what happened, and here's what happened. And I'm glad, honestly, I experienced it. I'm always glad when I experience
failure
misses for my clients. Again, I'm always about,
what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. So I was watching his tutorials because I think he had went like a day or two before we went. And I was like ready to go. I had my daughter's phone with my clock on, with that, world clock thing that he posted. Yeah. I was watching his video like 5,000 times. I had everything open, ready to go. Where my failure happened was I forgot to take it off of Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the number one thing.
That is the number one thing. I'm like, are you? And of course, and I feel like a failure. I'm like, oh my goodness, what kind of TA am I? That was the number one thing where I messed up.
Okay.
So he was just, we were talking about it, and so I think that's how I don't know, maybe he was like, I don't know, whatever. So there's good news at the end of that tunnel though. So I was all depressed, but I'm like, but in fairness with my planning, I had planned for 2 days at Hollywood Studios, and I planned for my first day and closer to the end of the trip because of this and not knowing if I would get a pass or not.
That should be. That's a good idea for a 7-day trip to do their toys.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I mean, I had the days. Obviously, people who don't.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, we're deep into this trip report. We haven't talked food yet, so I want to get your food before we forget. Tell me some of your favorites from this trip. You did some sit downs?
Yeah, we pretty much did a sit down every single day. Hold on.
Ooh. Did you do some new ones?
I did a lot of new ones.
Yeah? How'd you make out? Were you happy with them?
Yes. So yes, everyone, was there really a miss in all of my dining? I don't think there was. I mean, we did Liberty Tree, and my husband said we don't really need to do that again. And that wasn't anything to do with being bad food.
Right.
It was just more about, we're weird. So you know how EJ eats like she's going to electric chair?
I do.
Yeah. My family doesn't. We're weird. And here's the thing. So my 12-year-old, she has like no appetite. She never really has had an appetite.
Right.
So, paying for a all you can eat type thing with her is kind of pointless.
We talk about this as travel agents, right?
Right.
Every family's different.
Exactly. So now, although it's all our favorite foods, gravy and mashed potatoes is
turkey,
like a separate, not even turkey.
Stuffing.
Although I didn't really like the turkey, but I don't really like turkey. But I did love the pot roast.
Oh yeah. We've been talking, that's been coming up a lot lately.
Yeah, I love the pot roast, but I tend to like pot roast over turkey anyway. But the point is,
I love pot roast too.
That was not a fail. That was just a, all right. We did it. Okay. So then there's two that really stood out. The one was, so my husband, he's like, I want Italian. So I was like, ah. So I knew I wanted to do Via Napoli. Mm-hmm. That's one we hadn't done. So I had that. And then he's like, no, I want like pasta. So then I did Tutto Italia, which we haven't done since our baby moon back in 2007.
Tutto Italia.
Oh, no, I lied. We did it in 2011 on my oldest first trip.
So both those are in Epcot in Italy.
Both of those. Okay. Pavilion. So anyway, so we did Via Napoli we did Tutto Italia on Wednesday, and that was good. Nothing and nothing wrong with it. Right.
Yep.
But where it comes is Via Napoli, which was a new one to us. My husband said it was the best pizza he's ever had in his entire life.
Wow. You must have some good pizza in your area too, right?
We do have fairly good pizza. Now, we don't have New York pizza. I know that there is a difference, but our pizza isn't bad here. And there's a particular pizza place actually down the shore that's my favorite.
Because I know, right. So I know people are crazed about their pizza. And you said your husband is picky.
Yeah, he's picky, and he said it was the best pizza he's had. So I love that. That's the one place. And what I really enjoyed it, again, there's no dining plans right now.
Yeah.
So often we don't do the dining plan as a family because of what I just, my husband's even like, see, this is why we don't do the dining plan. It's not worth it because Kate just doesn't eat.
Yeah.
She got a Caesar salad when we went. Like, that's all she was happy with.
Yeah.
So anyway, the point is that's probably one that we're probably going to go back to.
Yeah. Which pizza did you get?
It was a split. We did it was some kind, we got a plain, it was a white pizza, and I got one with like, garlic, I think it was garlic, artichokes and truffle oil on the one half.
Yeah.
And the other half, I think it was just a plain white. I can't remember. And I think my husband liked mine. He's like, yeah, yours was really good.
That does sound good.
It was very good. And then we got a salad that was delicious. So yeah, that was via Napoli.
How was the service there? It's funny. I've been there several times. We always laugh. We always get some kind of weird thing going on with the service there.
The waiter. So here's because
I don't know if it's just me.
Because Via Napoli and Tutto Italia are both owned by like a separate company, not Disney.
And it's not the cast members, the European cast members.
Well,
international cast members, right?
We had Italian cast members.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Art, where you're like with the accent, you kind of turn the one ear to just really hear.
Oh,
so
good.
That was really the only international cast members that we had, which
I didn't know that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, they were definitely, and they were training because Via Napoli had kind of just, they were half menus. They were just reintroducing some things. So he was training a non-Italian cast member while we were there. So they have like a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
And so there are definitely, locals, quote unquote, that are now working there until they can get the internationals back. But yeah.
Nice.
It was,
what was you said there was two that really stood out for you. What was the second one?
The other one is interesting, and that is Chicken Guy.
I'm looking at these great other restaurants you got, but I'm so glad. This is 2 days in a row I've heard this about Chicken Guy.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for this because I love chicken, like the chicken tenders. I like his show. He's doing some great things for restaurants right now. I think he's doing like a little charity around helping restaurants stay open and stuff. Guy for.
I honestly can't stand him. He kind of gets on my nerves.
I can understand that.
Like Emerald got on my nerves back in the day.
I can understand that.
But I appreciate, I get it.
Well, so tell me why Chicken Guy was a good one.
This was my stepdaughter's thing. And, we had already been there and she came on Friday night. And so I was like, I told my girls, I said, the weekend is dedicated to Ariel. She doesn't get to come as often as we do. So, let's just do. So I had to eat my words when she was pulling me out of Magic Kingdom on our last day there, and all I wanted to do was sit, watch cavalcades on Main Street.
Yeah.
So it's okay though. I'm a big girl. No. So we did go over to Disney Springs then. Yeah, I was in a mood, and not because we left Magic Kingdom. It was because my husband got me sick on the teacups. And although, my Gaston's Tavern didn't come up in the bushes next to teacups.
Really?
It made my head real fuzzy. And I just was feeling weird then the rest of the night.
Hey, Jen, I don't know if everyone knows my story from, the Castros and their twins.
Very much so, yes.
We were there with them one time, and really early on, they're like, we want to ride the teacups. Like they were like going, how kids will just like nonstop. We want to ride the teacups. And they wanted to ride with me or someone, one of us or all of us or whatever. And I was the only one brave enough. But I was like, my mouth was watering the whole time just getting in there, but because I get nauseous. And they wanted to spin as fast as they could go, I survived though.
I'm not allowed to say colorful words on a family podcast.
He's trying to get you sick.
No. Here's what it was. The older two really wanted to ride Space Mountain. My youngest it still makes her nervous. She's not a big fan of it. So she's like, I get sick on it. I don't want to go. I get sick. So he's like, well, if you get sick on teacups, then, like, okay, I can understand. So he was trying to get her sick.
Oh.
And he wasn't actually trying to get her sick. What he was trying to do is prove to her, you're fine.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, what he did is forgot about Jennifer's reaction. You know, the person he's known for 16 years and who's never really I rode the teacups our last trip one time. And that was like, I was holding the steering wheel and like, you were not moving this car.
So you were green on the way down to Chicken Guy.
I was green. Yeah. But I still ate it. I did it. And then I regretted not getting more. I got like a,
what did you have there? What's the
chicken fingers?
Chicken fingers. Yeah. With sauces, right?
With a bunch of sauces. Yeah. I can't remember all the sauces that we got, but they are definitely generous with how many you get with each, like.
Are they juicy?
They are very juicy.
I love this. Yeah. You know, like you said, we got so many go-to places. There's a lot of good quick service down there. Matter of fact, I remember being down there by myself waiting for Lindsay. I'm messaging the geeks. Okay, give me an idea of a quick serve. I want to try one that I've never done before. I did Deluxe Burger, which was good. I know. Yeah,
between Deluxe Burger and Polite Pig and this place, I'm sure there's one or two that I'm missing.
I haven't done the Polite Pig yet, and I'm big on barbecue.
Which is interesting because that seems right up your alley.
I know it. It's, you know, Jen, you can never.
I do. I know.
You can never get everything done.
It's true. It's true. And Chicken Guy was up there for me. Like, I definitely wanted to try it.
Cool. I'm so glad I am very glad to hear this.
Yeah. And the fries were very good. And we have a local-ish. It's a chain that's more of like the southeastern part of Pennsylvania and South Jersey. It's called Chicky and Pete's. And they're known for what they call crab fries. And they're like cheesy dip.
Yeah.
My family we have one that's local to us, so we go often. And all the girls were like, this is even better than Chicky and Pete's, which is crazy. And it'd be interesting if anybody comes on local that's like, what?
No, you know what? This is, like I said, 2 reports in a row. I'm getting Chicken Guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've heard other reports where people are like, oh, it was okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was a surprise to us.
So I thought you were going to say, so you got 2 on here that are favorites of mine. I'm like, you got Beaches and Cream and Brown Derby.
So Beaches and Cream, I didn't want to dismiss Beaches and Cream. That is my husband's favorite. He's like, we need to go to Beaches and Cream. And
wait a minute, you said Via Napoli was his favorite.
Well, no, prior to Via Napoli.
Okay.
So I left a lot of planning very willy-nilly.
Yeah.
I definitely had dining, I did do some planning, but I'm like, this is the part that I loved about our trip, which was not having fast passes. Yeah. He didn't like it so much, but I really enjoyed not having fast passes because what he failed to realize, and maybe what hopefully made him realize, is I was the one that never let us wait in line because I was the one that was always working the system.
Right.
So I really enjoyed it because I was now able to enjoy.
Mm-hmm. But did you
not constantly get new fast passes?
Did you get an ADR for Beaches and Cream or these others?
Well, I was able to snag one. I can't remember. I didn't in the planning. I can't remember now if I got one ahead of time, like prior to us leaving.
Yeah. If you're staying at the Yacht and Beach Club, though, this is recommended. This is required. I honestly, Kurt, I can't remember. Yeah.
I was part of the ADR snafu that happened November 2nd.
Yep.
So I can't remember if one of the reservations that I grabbed was that was then canceled.
Did you get a credit, like a $75 card or something?
I got try 150.
Oh. Yeah.
I made a lot of reservations.
Okay. Yeah.
And not like a lot to be a poopy pants.
Yeah.
But a lot just because it was we may want to go here. We may want to go there.
So you've made them, yeah.
I had grabbed a Via Napoli. I had grabbed a Tutto Italia just because I had a feeling what my husband was going to want.
Yeah.
But those were some of the ones that were canceled.
Have you done, well, yeah. What about Trattoria Al Forno? Have you done that one for Italian?
We've done that for breakfast.
Oh, you got to do that for Italian with him.
Well, I was going back and forth with that, and that may be one that we could have done because I was
next
out
time.
There. There is next time. I think because things are still so pared down, their menu isn't what it used to be.
Okay.
So when I was looking at the menus, comparing,
things could change next time you go with him.
Exactly. I'm not too worried.
If he likes Italian, anyway, I mean, I would you got to do that if you like Italian.
Yeah. So the point is that where were we at? Beaches and Cream. So I can't remember, but we did go. When we were there in 2018, he and the one daughter went while I was stuck in the room with the other daughter who was sick.
Uh-huh. Do you like it? What do you have?
So I had the grilled cheese and soup. It was okay.
Oh.
I had it before and I feel like I liked it better before.
Okay.
And that's why I got it again. It was the soup wasn't.
Tomato soup?
Tomato soup. I love grilled cheese and tomato soup.
Because we get raves about that.
Yeah. I like I said, I liked it the last time and that was brought to my room. So I shouldn't have liked it. But this was the grilled cheese was a little too greasy for me, a little too cheesy. I know. And people are like, wait, it's grilled cheese, Jen. I know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I disagree with you there because too cheesy doesn't work for me.
Right. I get it. But I'm also the one that takes the cheese out of my French onion soup. So there's that.
Oh my gosh. That's the best part.
I don't like cheese on my husband.
Why would you get French onion soup without the cheese?
I don't know. I get it with the cheese. I leave a lot in the bowl. So like I'll eat the onions and the broth and I'll have some cheese, but my husband, he gets extra cheese on his pizza. Like he loves cheese. So he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like,
this is disqualifying your review of your grilled cheese and tomato soup at Beaches and Cream.
Well, it's not because the soup wasn't all that hot.
Well, okay.
It was warm, but it wasn't like I like it. I like my coffee really hot, my soup really hot.
What'd your husband have?
He had, I can't remember what he had. I think he had a burger.
Okay.
I think he did. I'd have to look back at the pictures.
Any ice cream?
Oh, yeah. So they got the No Hey Way Jose, my peanut butter and chocolate loving husband and daughter. Yeah. And then my other daughter and I got the holiday milkshake, which had a piece of pumpkin pie on top. And it was a salted caramel milkshake. So that was similar to when we went there a couple of years ago, which was the milkshake with the cupcake on top. So
that thing looks amazing.
Yeah. So I got that before. And then this time I got that milkshake. That was very good. And the funny thing about that is you get it in a souvenir cup. So oftentimes, pre-COVID, they would give you a brand new cup, but now they can't. So he's just like, here's a bag, but then I rinsed it out back at the resort, but whatever, back at the room. I'm sorry. But he said, don't put this in the dishwasher. And I'm like, really? He's like, oh yeah, it shrinks.
Oh, it's plastic?
Remember the shrinky dinks?
Yeah.
It's like a shrinky dink and it shrinks to like a shot glass. Not going to lie. I'm kind of tempted to do it.
It's plastic?
Yeah, it's plastic.
Okay.
Yeah. So no. He loves Beaches and Cream. I know he wanted to go back with Ariel, but I just couldn't I think if I really, really tried hard, I could have, but I didn't try too hard to get a reservation. But yeah, so Beaches and Cream, Three Bridges was definitely a hit. And Yak and Yeti, what was nice about Yak and Yeti is familiar to everybody. So everybody, I think we were all really, really hungry too. Yeah, that was that. Quick services, I think everything quick service wise, no, we didn't try anything new.
The
Brown
Kona.
Derby. Well, that was sit down. I love Kona. I love the French toast. I love the strawberry sauce on it. The rest of the family was like, I don't care if I come back. My husband loses his geeking stripes because he's not a big fan of the poly.
Wow.
So there's that.
I was right with him up until that point there.
Yeah, I know.
I was hanging with him pretty good.
I'm trying to think. We did we did go stop at the Tap House. We got the pretzel. That was really good. And I would like to, they had a drink or two there that looked really good too. But just when you're with kids, it's hard to do those things. Brown Derby I'm glad we did it. That was another one where I had actually canceled our dining that day because I'm like, oh, we may go back. So I don't know why I canceled it actually. I really don't. I think, no, I lied. That one might have been part of the snafu that happened. Olga's I can't remember. The one I really wanted was sci-fi. Here's another tip to you. So, you can do that wait list for table services now.
Okay.
In the park. Hollywood Studios was a hard day for me. I don't know why. I was talking to Jamie Givens about it a little bit. It was weird. I don't know if it was our first day in the parks, with all these changes. And it was like I didn't have my sea legs. It was just a weird day. I think not getting the boarding group didn't help me, and my overall mental.
Yeah. I understand that.
I was worried about getting it at 2:00, getting onto the Runaway Railway, which was a lot of fun. And we literally walked on because we were there crazy early.
You mentioned the wait list. So with the app, you can do a wait list while you're on your trip.
So here's my tip for that. So because of I was not mentally ready, just there, I forgot about trying to get on the wait list at
Brown Derby.
Nope. Trying to get on the wait list at Sci-Fi.
Oh.
And you really need to be on, particularly for Sci-Fi, at 11 a.m. They don't open it up until 11 a.m. And so you have to, so what you do is you do make reservations, and then it will come up, with the day you hate your day, the day that you're there. And then when you do that, it will have now, make the reservation now, or at different times. So when you want the wait list, you need to hit the now button, and then it will show all the ones that come up with the wait list. And and that's what happened with Brown Derby, is that we were sitting there waiting for our Oga's reservation, and we were starving, bad mood starving. And so, we were low blood sugar.
Bad mood starving. I never heard that, but I understand.
Yeah. So I kept on scrolling down to hit refresh. And finally, a 7:00 Brown Derby. And I was like, let's just go. What's cool about that though, is that you then don't have to worry about, if you don't feel like it, if everybody's just I'm done, I'm out, cause you're in that bad of a mood, starving, you can, cancel your waitlist time.
Without penalty.
Penalized for it. Exactly. Yeah. So we did do Brown Derby that night, which then caused us not to be able to ride Tower of Terror, which made my daughter a little sad.
You were there 2 days. Did you make up your Hollywood Studios?
No, we were not there 2 days.
Oh.
So.
Did you ever ride the Rise of the Resistance?
Oh, yes, I did. That's why we weren't there 2 days. So we kind of had done everything. And this is, we got there crazy early. We didn't wait for park open at 10. We were on, I have timestamps on some of these photos. I think we were on, it's called the new Mickey's Railway, around 8:20, something like that.
Wow.
And then we did Millennium Falcon twice in a row.
Cool. With
no wait. And by the time the second time we got a Millennium Falcon, it was a 45-minute wait. So, we hit two of the major rides. We did really well there. Then at 2:00, what I did is I went over to where the family got in line for Slinky Dog. And I went over to a shady spot over by Little Mermaid, the show, that's not performing right now, literally right across where you enter Disney Junior. And there was I just sat on the ground there and did what I had done early in the morning, and it worked that time.
Oh, good.
So we got boarding group, I think it was 91 or 92.
You're on your data plan.
Yes.
That was a secret.
Yes. Yes. And I was away from everyone. So it's not like I was right there in front of the Chinese theater type thing, or over in Star Wars land. I was, there was nobody around me. Literally nobody.
Well, you had a good data connection at that point.
Right. Exactly. And I didn't check. I know that there's ways that you can check. I think, Glenn had touched on that. I didn't check it. I just could see I had 4 bars, 5 bars, whatever it is. I could tell I had really good service. So, and so it worked. It worked. So now I joined the family for Slinky Dog. I was like, yeah, guys, we didn't get it. I'm so sorry.
You stinker.
And my husband's like, oh no, I think it was my husband or my 8-year-old was like, you're lying.
You couldn't lie to him.
I couldn't.
You're a bad liar.
So Slinky Dog had broke down and people are leaving. So, we did wait longer for Slinky Dog than we probably should have, but we're like, let's just Well, there was really nothing else we felt like doing except for going over to Tower Terror. That was like the only other thing we had left to do.
Yeah.
And we're just like, let's just wait it out. We were waiting, and then I go and get some popcorn because the cart's right there from where we were waiting, and some ice cream sandwiches. And the second I walk back to the family with our loot, the line starts going again.
Oh, good.
They open up the ride.
Yeah.
So that's, if you want to ride, get some food because you're not allowed to eat in line.
No, I heard the line's not too bad for Slinky Dog right now because of the two new attractions.
Well, it's still long.
Mickey's.
It's still pretty long, but no fast passes.
Yeah.
So I think with the fast passes that were holding up Slinky Dog, but now with no fast passes, and now I just saw, I think yesterday, the day before, they're allowing even more people in the cars.
Yeah.
Than they had before. So I think the line may be moving even faster. But anyway, so we were very, very lucky. We were able to ride about 4:00 because why were we able to ride at 4:00? Oh, it never broke down.
Oh yeah. That's key. Right.
Yeah. Here's an interesting thing. So it kept on saying, you're in a backup group, you're in a backup group. And I asked a cast member and they're like, that's what it always says because you didn't get it on at 7.
Yep.
So just because just because it says you're a backup group doesn't mean you're not going to ride.
Gotcha.
Like it doesn't mean that there's other people ahead of you. It all works sequentially.
Did you have a number though at 2:00?
I had 91.
Okay. You did have a number. Yeah. So so you can see the progression on the app.
I was absolutely paying. So this is kind of where so I'm like, okay, I see our progression. Do we walk to the other side of the park, which the park's not big, and wait on whatchamacallit, Tower Terror, or do we just kind of wait around? I'm kind of glad we waited around and gave everybody a little bit break. And we were able to meet Chewie and Ray or see them from a distance, but they do a great job with making eye contact with you, looking for the kids. Even Ray, oh my goodness, was the sweetest thing. She noticed this little girl that was like really wanting to talk to her.
Right.
She walked down the steps, like they meet like on this like platform area. She walked almost right across from where you would get on Rise. She walked down the platform area and talked to her. It was the sweetest, most amazing, like little magical moment for this little girl. Just my heart melted.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask you before we end, do you have any good pixie dust moments or fun stories?
Well, not necessarily pixie dust moments. Nothing where like a cast member made it. I mean, we had great interaction with cast members, but nothing where like the cast member went, which is fine. That's why they're pixie dust. You don't expect them. We did see come up upon cavalcades, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Loved the cavalcades.
Yeah. Those are big hits, right?
Yes. Yeah. Like I hope they actually never leave.
Did you see some in Hollywood Studios?
I didn't do any of Like I said, Hollywood Studios was a weird day. The rest of the trip went off without a hitch. But for some reason, Hollywood Studios was weird. And because we did Rise and because my husband really wanted to eat both Italian places, and we could have added another park day, but my 12-year-old was begging this whole time just to have a resort day. So we didn't add another day. I really wish we did do Hollywood. That's like my regret.
Right.
But we just sucked it up, paid the extra $80 for, the extra day. Also did Hollywood Studios the second day because I felt like I didn't get the amazingness of Hollywood Studios during the holidays, seeing the cavalcades.
I was going to say, what was your favorite cavalcade?
I have two.
That's good.
I think 2, maybe 3. So the 2 of my favorite ones, I love the cavalcades on the boats, on the flotillas in Animal Kingdom.
Right.
My tip there is actually where you and I were kind of chatting a little bit on live is where the Rivers of Light amphitheater is.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of sit there. It's not very shady. And it was kind of rainy when I was talking to you. But
your family was probably riding Everest or something.
They were riding Everest because I get sick.
Right.
So
I remember that.
I was hanging out and we decided to, so I was, hanging out there, whatever. I really liked that. They got really close. I saw Santa and Pocahontas and they were waving. But you can also see them from a couple of the different bridges, the bridge from Everest. And then we happened to be leaving Pandora and we were walking over to Africa. And I heard the music change and not the normal like music change because you're now going into Africa.
Yeah.
I knew it was the flotillas, and it happened to be Donald and
cool.
Davy and Launchpad. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I'm like, Donald, and he waved, and I'm like, Daisy, you look good, girl. And she waved, and it was like amazing. And my husband's like, oh my goodness.
That's a pixie dust moment.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
My husband's like, oh, okay, I don't know her. And I'm like, he doesn't know Jennifer in the Parks by myself. Like, he would be so embarrassed. My 12-year-old was embarrassed. The 17-year-old was like, who is she?
I wouldn't be embarrassed, Jen.
I know you wouldn't.
I'm a dope like that too. And
yeah, exactly. So
not
anyway,
that that's being a dope. That's just having fun.
That's just exactly. So that was the one. Then I really liked, because at Epcot, I felt like, first off, they're new. You know, they have had parades in the past at Epcot, but that was years and years.
Yes. Remember the double-decker bus they used to have?
I didn't.
Right?
I was not quote unquote young, but like I was in college, high school at that time. So, you know, Epcot still had like a bad rep, although I always loved it, but like I was always too embarrassed to love it. Does that make sense?
No.
As a kid, I'm telling you.
Not anything you do makes sense to me, so that's okay.
Whatever. So anyway. So that was new.
That's what I like about you, though. Nothing.
Oh, I forgot to say, I did eat some food stands at Flower and Garden. Oh my goodness. At the Taste of Food and Wine. My daughter still talks about, so we ate at Le Cellier without really eating at Le Cellier.
Yeah.
So we grabbed a bench right there in front of the refreshment port in the shade. I got in line. So when I was waiting in line for the steak, the Cellier steak, the cavalcades went by. So it was Mickey in his car, and I yelled at, hey, Mickey. I said, it was the day after his birthday. So I'm like, happy birthday. You look great.
Oh, nice. He doesn't look a day. Was he?
Yeah,
how old is he?
You don't look a day over 90, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then like the princess, then Anna and Elsa went by and they waved to like my 8-year-old. So that was so sweet. And
they got to keep the cavalcades, right, Jen?
I don't see how they can, honestly.
Well,
I don't see how they can at Epcot. I have to say, I loved the Epcot opening at 11 a.m. I loved that to no, like just loved it. It allows you to sleep in. We got there around 10:15 from the International Gateway. We walked right in. We didn't really wait at all. We did wait. The first day we waited for, it's called...
Why do you want to sleep in at Disney World?
Because it allows for energy.
Allows you to stay up late?
Allows you to stay up late. It allows you to be able to wake up for, at the other times when the parks do open a little bit earlier on those other days, like, your Hollywood Studios or your Magic Kingdom, those types of things. Animal Kingdom actually opened at 8 a.m. the day we were there. So that was park hours are starting to change back to a little bit more of a normalcy, but I really enjoyed it. I just liked the relaxation of knowing you're going to a park, still getting there early, but not getting there so early that it wears you out by the end of the day. You can really go full stink, I felt. So anyway, we had the poutine fries. So I had steak and poutine fries, so I didn't even need to eat at Le Cellier. I tried the Orange Bird slush, got the Orange Bird sipper. That was delicious. The empanada over at the Caribbean one was probably my favorite out of all of them. I got the Bayo bun in China. That was ugh. And it just was kind of like flavorless. And then of course the Grand Marnier slush for my girl Jen, who was like dying and then my daughter, we went after Via Napoli. We didn't get dessert, not Via Lampi, I'm sorry, Tutto Italia. We didn't get dessert there instead because I'm like, I'm going to France. I'm sorry, I'm cheating on you, Italy, but I'm going to France. I'm getting my ice cream there. The cast members there misunderstood. I wanted to split the sandwich, the brio.
Yeah. Broche.
Yeah, whatever. Sandwich with my daughter. They misunderstood. I just wanted to show her what it looked like, to say, is this what you want? And she said no. And so they just misunderstood. They couldn't hear, I don't know, through the mask. I just think it was somewhere got lost, and they weren't French. So when I say I got lost in translation, that's bad. And so she wanted the mango. I got my coconut one that I like there. They made it into the brioche. What's mango. But that girl ate the whole thing. That girl is EJ. I swear somehow those two are related. I don't know how. Yeah. My redhead.
EJ's favorite.
Yeah. She ate and I had a teeny tiny bite and she ate the whole thing. So there's that. I'm trying to think anything else that like kind of stuck out to us. I'm sure after this episode, I'm going, oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't mention that.
I'm gonna look through your list here because you got little bullets of all kinds of things.
Right. Oh, the waffle and Sleepy Hollow. Yeah. So good. Here's a tip. If you have everybody has a Target, but a BJ's or something like that, BJ's, Target, they give discounts on gift cards. I got Starbucks gift cards there. So I got it at BJ's. So I got a slight discount on our road trip down. I uploaded them all onto the Starbucks app.
Yeah.
And my husband was in love with the pumpkin cold brew frothy, whatever that was. Mm-hmm. So he wanted one like every single day. So I was able to, have gift cards loaded onto the app, the Starbucks app. And so I didn't have to pay, because there's no dining plan right now. And those are considered snacks when you do have the dining plan. So that was a little like money saving thing.
I'm looking at this, Jen. Test Track Soarin', Walked Right On, Living with the Land, Nemo Figment, basically every ride.
So this was on a Wednesday. And that's the other thing about Epcot and why I don't think the cavalcades can stay. Even Friday, which was the last Friday of Food and Wine, it was the last weekend of Food and Wine that we were there. I remember going, this isn't like World Showcase at night at like 7:00 at night was empty. Mm. And I know crowded World Showcase. Yeah. And it was were there people? Absolutely. But it was, when crowded World Showcase, this was empty. It was amazing.
What's the random meeting of joy, though, you mentioned here?
So we were, we did all those things there and we rode Test Track twice. And that's what I mean. Like, even though the lines say it's like a 60-minute wait, it probably isn't. We waited a total, maybe the longest we waited was for Seven Dwarfs and Test Track at one point. Oh no, Seven Dwarfs and Slinky, because they both broke down. And we were like, we're in it to win it type thing. So we did all those things and we're getting a Mickey pretzel, and all of a sudden right there, Imagination Pavilion and the Land Pavilion is like a big grassy area. And that's where Winnie the Pooh and Joy meet. And we're just sitting there. All of a sudden, there's Joy just hanging out, frolicking, through the tulips. And
she happy?
She was very happy. She was very joyful.
That's
and
good.
And again, they're at a distance, but so that was cool how you just like randomly meet these people. And that's my randomly cavalcades will just show up. You hear the music change. Definitely at Magic Kingdom. That was probably my third favorite was Santa Claus. It was a goal of mine. Santa Claus, Main Street at dusk with the castle in the background. Hit it, nailed it, perfect.
Yeah, you said there were 3 cavalcades. I think we got the 2, so that's the third one.
That's the third one.
All right.
Was that?
I see a resort tour on your. What's the resort tour?
So we did. We had breakfast at Kona, and then we went over and we did the monorail loop. So we parked at Kona because we had a reservation, so we could park at Polynesian. And that's another thing. So you can park at the other resorts, but you either have to have a mobile order ready, like a mobile order in, or a reservation. Mm-hmm. So if you just wanted to go to, like, say, Captain Cook's, you could. You just have to have that mobile order in. Yeah. So then we walked over to, it's called Grand Floridian. We looked at the Christmas decorations there, and it was a little eerie. It was quite empty for Grand Floridian at the holidays because they don't have the gingerbread.
Oh yeah,
house up. And this was, maybe like around lunchtime, something like that, because we had a later Kona reservation. Then we hopped on the monorail, and we missed the opening of the walkway by a day.
Oh,
by one day. And I remember on the monorail over to, Magic Kingdom, and I'm looking down, I'm like, this is going to open any day. I had
I thought it was opening earlier than that, Jen, actually.
No, this was it. I think we missed it by one day.
So just for everyone to know that there's now finally a walkway between Grand Floridian and Magic Kingdom. Hooray! Yeah. Wait a minute.
That's awesome. There it goes. So, monorail then over to, we didn't stop at the Contemporary. Nobody really wanted to get off there. So we monorailed it over to the Magic Kingdom. Then we got a boat over to Wilderness Lodge. And Wilderness Lodge has my heart. I'm sorry. Like, I love the Epcot resorts, but the second I walked in, we stayed there back in 2014 at Christmas time, and it was just beautiful and amazing.
It's the best. Isn't it the best Christmas time resort?
Well, not even just Christmas time, just any time. I'm like,
that's your favorite?
Yes, one of them. So anyway, so we went there, and then we hopped back on the boat, and then went back over to whatchamacallit and left. So that was just our little tour of some of the area resorts.
All right, I got to hit some more bullet points, just totally out of the blue and random. You met Mary Poppins.
Yeah, so that was at Epcot. So that was my daughter, my 8-year-old just walked in and she heard you and she's like, what? So that was—
Where was Mary?
That was our second day at Epcot. That was our day so that my husband could get his pizza. So we did some stuff in the morning and then they went back to the resort to do some swimming. And I'm like, I ain't leaving. I'm going to get some food. And I'm not leaving, even though I could have used a hot tub on Friday after being there all week.
Can't we all?
Yeah, right. I just happened to be walking by the pavilion.
UK?
Yeah, thank you. Mm-hmm. Had to be walking by the UK pavilion. She is, so, I'm trying to think of so if you're coming from Future World, walking through past— you're walking into World Showcase. So you're walking, you've already
Canada.
You're about to go over, you're about to hit that dead zone before you hit the bridge to go over to, so.
Yeah. International Gateway.
Yeah. I think Alice kind of met before everything. She would meet and greet kind of right there. So back in there next to across from where the shops are, and there's a grassy area.
Yeah.
And a little fence. She met there. I can post a picture of, maybe give people a better idea where she was. But that's just awkward. I did feel a little awkward taking a selfie and I couldn't get I have little hands. So I couldn't get the selfie quite right.
Yes.
It felt a little awkward, but of course, it's in true character, true Disney characters. They're patient and cool with it,
What's a bai bun from China?
Bayo bun.
Bayo bun.
Must have miscorrected it. So I touched on that. Wasn't very good.
You want to skip that?
Yeah, we'll just skip that. The American. So my family has never done the show at the American Pavilion. I think it's called the American Experience.
Oh yeah.
My daughter being in 6th grade, she's in American history. 5th grade, they do early American history and stuff.
Yeah.
So I just felt like it's something we needed to do.
Good.
And actually, I forgot all about it. My husband's the one's like, isn't there a show in America? I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Absolutely.
So that is something that you really need to add to that must-do list, I think, and at least do it once.
Good. Yeah, they redone it too recently.
It's really, really
upgraded.
It's really good.
Patriotic.
Yes.
Well, you're from Philadelphia area. You gotta, right?
Yeah, and my house looks as a lot of people say my house is colonial.
Yeah, okay.
My decorating style is colonial. So. All
right, I'm bouncing all over. I'm going to another one that I've heard before. I wonder if they're still good. The Kamal fries.
They're not as good as they used to be, but yes, especially when you're starving.
And that's in Animal Kingdom, right? Is that
they are very, very good. I should have gotten 2 because they were like birds, like vultures, like wow, see them, and they're the girls were loving them.
They put a little sauce on there.
Yep, they have a sriracha. I got it on the side.
Yeah.
So they had a sriracha. Oh no, maybe the sauce was on top. I can't remember now. Whatever the dipping thing was, and then you dip it in. So.
And then you say bird show ! No,
So it's funny. This is something that my husband, he surprises me sometimes.
I noticed.
Like looking at him going, what? So a couple years ago, before they moved to the Up Bird Show, we went to the bird show for the first time and he really enjoyed it. So we're going, we're arguing back and forth about whether the bird show is still running. And I'm going, well, it is, but it's not that great. I don't really want to go, but it's not really running, but maybe it is. Like I wasn't. So we rode Dinosaur and he wanted a beer. So he got his beer from his favorite place there. I think it's Thirsty River or Thirsty something across from Everest. There's a beer stand there, or a bar, actually, a full on bar. And he stopped and got his beers. He took a break. He didn't want to ride Dinosaur. He shows me a picture that the bird show is running, but it's not the Up show. It's the original bird. It's back to the original.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
I love the original.
I love the original so much better. So we got, so we did see that, and that was back to, where you got the really dry sense of humor.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's cool. So that's good to know that
I've always liked that.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed the animal. I wish they had more animal trick shows, actually.
Like SeaWorld does?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And even
Universal.
Universal.
The dog show like years ago.
Yes. I would love a dog and cat show.
I'm glad that they don't, but as we all know, Animal Kingdom's not my favorite.
We're gonna skip that problem.
But we did get to ride flight. We rode Navi because again, my stepdaughter hasn't been to Animal Kingdom since 2011.
Oh, okay.
She's done a lot of cruising with us, but not Disney World, and so she hasn't been in a really long time, and so she's never seen Pandora. So I'm like, we need to ride. So we got there right, a little bit after park opening, not long. We didn't wait long at all for the ride, maybe 15 minutes, if that. So we did that. And then we went over to Flight of Passage. I really enjoyed, I think that's one of my other like little magic moments, but it's not really magic moment, is the fact that with all these rides, Peter Pan, as an example, even my husband's like, that's really cool. The Peter Pan standby queue. Yeah. He even commented on that. He nerded out a little bit. It was kind of funny watching him nerd out while we were going through Flight of Passage, and you never get to see the Avatar floating in his little capsule thing. And so we got to see that. So that was kind of funny how he took it really.
You saw all the cues that you never saw before.
All the cues, exactly. So that was really cool. So where were we going with this?
I don't know, but I had another question for you. Yes. You met another geek, I think I'm seeing in your notes.
I met one of my favorite geeks, Jamie
Givens.
Yes, Jamie Givens. So,
where'd you see her?
Animal Kingdom, and we ran into her at Magic Kingdom. So we kind of knew, because we've been talking before our trip, knew that we basically had a lot of the same park days because we know how to plan. Yeah. So I knew that she had a Yak and Rigetti reservation around the same time as us. So we were texting back and forth.
That's cool.
So after, I don't want to interrupt people's meals. I don't want to interrupt people's family time.
But did you eat dinner together?
No. I kind of wish we did, actually.
Yeah, it's fun. It is fun to be with
but
people you know.
Anyway. So I ran, and then we're walking to get in line at Magic Kingdom on Sunday. We're walking to get in line for Jungle Cruise, and there she is in line. And I was kind of joking with her. We almost hopped in line with her, but I'm like, no, that's just wrong. That's just wrong on so many levels. So I didn't, but I think she would have been okay with it. I would love to have ridden Jungle Cruise with her, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I understand that.
But, there's that theme park etiquette.
There is?
Yes, there is.
Okay. I only have one more for you.
Yes.
Orange bird cake.
Okay. No, actually, we have two more that I want to mention.
All right. So,
I'm looking through my notes. Orange bird cake. I hope they never get rid of that.
Where's that?
Love that thing so much. It's over at, it's called, and it's funny because I saw another podcast while we were there, like podcast people that I waved to, but they didn't see me. And then
they ignore you, not like me.
No, well, that's because I'm friendly with them. This is the Disney DNA podcast.
Oh yeah.
But it's not like you. You know, like if I saw you or Judy or Margita, like I'd be like, I would have been screaming your name until, but like I'm not as.
So you'd embarrass us. You don't have any problem embarrassing us.
No, none whatsoever. So,
like I would have a problem with it. You might scare me though. You'd be one of those people that I jump on.
Well, yeah. What happened? Didn't that happen? No, we saw you guys coming down Main Street.
Yeah.
When I went January 2019. But anyway,
Orangeburg cake,
really good. It has like that moussey that a lot of these like snacks, you know, desserty snacks have. Is that like
extra
almost a cheesecake?
Oh yeah,
but like not as dense as a cheesecake.
Oh, where'd you get that?
The Sunshine Tree Terrace.
Yeah, I'm all about Orangeburg.
Yes, I love Orangeburg, but I'm more of a Dole Whip girl. So we mobile ordered Dole Whips for the girls, and then I waited in line for that.
Nice find.
So that was really good. I also got the Christmas tree over at Gaston's Tavern. We also did have my stepdaughter really wanted the cinnamon roll over there.
Yeah.
We did get it later in the afternoon while my husband was waiting. He texted me and he's like, okay, I'm over by Gaston's. I'm thinking he's like, there was a miscommunication. Like, isn't there a miscommunication between spouses? So he was getting in line for Seven Dwarfs. And he started the line back around
near Gaston's.
Near Gaston's. And you loop all the long way around.
Right.
So it's not like you loop the short way. You go all the past Little Mermaid, back to the circus and then up. So he's like, I'm waiting. I didn't realize he was waiting in line for that. I thought he was chilling in Gaston's. I'm like, oh, you go, boy.
Yeah.
No, he was waiting in line. Well, I'm thinking he's in there. He's not. So I'm like, well, we're here. I wanted to try the macaroon cake Christmas treat. And she wanted the cinnamon roll, and I wanted Le Fru's brew. So I'm like, let's get it all. So we got the trifecta.
Get it done.
The cinnamon roll, I think it's because it was later in the afternoon. It was around like 2-3 o'clock by this point.
Not the best time to get it, right?
Yeah.
I understand.
So I don't want to judge it based on that.
Right.
Because that wasn't,
All of those need a little heat sometimes when they were older.
Yeah. And then my Ariel also wanted the turkey leg. And I'm like, you know what? We've never gotten one. YOLO, you only live once. Go ahead, honey. Let's go get one.
Yeah.
No one really liked it except for my 8-year-old. Gnawing on that puppy.
And she's the one that don't eat anything.
No. It's a 12-year-old that doesn't.
Oh, okay.
The 8-year-old, she eats. The 12-year-old doesn't.
All right.
Wow. That was another thing that kind of, I don't know if you're going to touch on it. Mobile ordering is great. You don't have to mobile order. You can, because there are some things that like, I want to take some things off of things, if sometimes, there might be a cheeseburger. It's like a bacon cheeseburger. I want everything but the bacon. And that's a bad example, but you can't do those things on mobile order, but you can do it when you order. So you can still go up and order.
Yeah.
But we did mobile. So Sunday, I did want to touch on a little bit. Sunday, getting close to Thanksgiving, was definitely more crowded. I didn't realize that it was Dapper Day.
Oh.
I know. So
wow. I'm not telling EJ on you.
I already told her.
You confessed?
I did.
She's going to find out.
My penance, and I confessed. Anyway, it definitely was more crowded because of that, but then it was also just more crowded. So when you do mobile order, find a shady spot and just relax. So you hit the mobile order, you say, I'm here.
Yeah.
I would say you're here earlier than you are actually there. I wouldn't necessarily wait to say I'm here.
Yeah.
Once you're there, if you're walking along, just say I'm here.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a good tip.
It was a little crowded, a little congested around there. Just a little and it was like right at lunchtime, which is also, I tend to not to go right at lunchtime for that exact reason, but everybody was like biting everybody else's head off.
Right.
By that point.
Well, Jennifer, I got to ask you, because you are a travel agent, do you have any tips for everybody?
Well, I feel like I already gave
I know you did. I know. I feel like I didn't even want to ask the question because I feel like you gave a lot of tips already all the way through. Anything that to finish up with?
I think that the overall overencompassing. I'm actually going to make a YouTube video about this too.
All right. Little promo for the YouTube video.
Is that the overall magic is still there. Disney is still there. Nothing. Yes, have there been changes? Absolutely. But the overall spirit is still there.
That is important. That's really important.
You have to go in with an open mind. Things are different. That's where my husband struggled because he just doesn't do what I do, obviously. And so he wasn't paying attention to things. Things are different, and that's okay. It's still it's a more relaxed trip.
Good.
I really enjoyed it. Like, I'm really trying to plot how to get down to G3. Oh. Not only do it because I want to see everyone, but because, I just want to get back.
And you're really good at plotting.
I can plot. I mean, Christmas is coming up.
Yeah. I can remember years that we've known each other. I think that's something you got a talent for.
I can plot. But here's the thing. I didn't get, whatever. I don't have an AP. So that's when you think of how much you spent on park tickets.
I know that helps.
On 6-day park tickets. And then 3-day park tickets. And if I just had an AP, if I had an AP, I would have been booked, especially when flights on Frontier are $12.
Well, I'll use this moment then to promote Jen as a travel agent. If you want to help her go to G3, book some trips with her.
Book those trips. And that's with any of us, obviously. But,
it'll help. Let's
be best friends.
Help a poor girl go to Disney World for G3.
I know. So, and I'm happy to split rooms. I'm very chill to sleep with.
And, we got the solo girls. Hook up with them.
Oh, is there solo girls?
The solo girls group that's 20 ladies. So.
Oh that's not solo.
No, they're.
I mean, it is. I
guess that, you know what I mean? I didn't want to say single girls because I get in trouble when I say that.
Single ladies.
Single ladies.
I'm okay. Listen, I'm happily married, but I'm okay going single lady.
Jennifer, you're always so much fun. Did we forget anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, I tried.
You did a great job. Yeah, the overall thing is go with a very loose plan. This is the time to go. Yeah. And that's the reason why I just pulled the trigger and just said, let's do this, because I'm don't let the masks stop you.
And we always say that. Don't have these big expectations.
Well, I do always say that, but I still have expectations.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Do as I say, not as I do. No, for sure. But because there's no fast passes, because, you can get some ADRs last minute, not every time, but you can, especially if you're with it mentally on 11 a.m. And don't get that margarita, get that ADR, get that walk-up time. You really just have to have an open mind. Things are going to be great. You're there. You're back in the bubble. And that's what, for a lot of us, what matters. And I even had this thing no first timers, I'm even first timers. Yeah, you don't get, there are definitely some character dining that's happening now. We didn't do any. That's the other thing. We were supposed to do Topolino's. And last minute, I was able to get definitely reservations the night before for sure. I had an 8 a.m., but the other two didn't want to go. There's sometimes where you just have to know when to say next time.
Yeah. I'll do it. That is a great way to end the show. We'll talk to you, Jennifer, I hope, again next time.
Oh.
And thanks for your trip report. I knew we were going to do it. And
I knew we would too.
We got to stay in touch, all right? Okay. I think we will. I'm so excited that you might be at G3.
It's not. I wouldn't hold breaths. Let's just say that.
I would be very excited if you do come.
I'm really, but if I can get some bookings,
I will introduce you to people.
I'm good. I think
I'll highlight you.
I think I'm famous enough now that obviously people can recognize me from the back side of water.
I recognize you from the backside. I'm going to go talk to Glenn now. Jennifer, thanks for being such a good friend and coming on the show for so many years. And let's get back in the parks, okay?
Yes, everyone. Sounds good. Talk to you soon. See you later.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Jennifer has always been a lot of fun to have on the podcast, isn't she? And I did learn that she is not going to G3, unfortunately. Yeah, the sad trombone. Hopefully we'll get back together in the parks once again. I look forward to that. And boy, what a great intro from Samantha, Wendy, Jessica, Lynn, and the kids from Albany. They were over at the Disney store. Left me another one of these fun intros. I'd love for you guys to do an intro too. You can create one for us. It's fun. I can suggest you just tell us your name, where you're from, and a fun Disney World fact about yourself. And you go geeking on Walt Disney World with Curtis and the whole geeking family. Email me at kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com. Well, today is Sunday as I'm recording this, like I do most weeks, to get the podcast ready for Monday. And I'm getting ready for the Super Bowl. Not my favorite football team. I don't know if you'd guess my football team. Even though I live in Connecticut, we're kind of weird. We're in the middle between Boston and New York. A lot of obvious fans of those cities. I am a Cowboys fan. Comes from my childhood where my dad wasn't much of a football fan. I didn't have much of an influence. And in my generation at the time, I loved the Cowboys, and they've not been doing too good. But I don't know. I'm really interested in Brady. Tom Brady, at his age, I can't help but want to cheer for him as the underdog, which doesn't seem right, but it's kind of fun to see that he left the Patriots, and could he pull off the Super Bowl the very next year in the twilight of his career? I think that'll be fun. That's what I'll be rooting for. Tampa Bay. It's like a home game played in Tampa Bay. That's pretty cool. Kind of sitting at home by myself. It's snowing here in Connecticut right now. We're going to have a few inches. I should be plowing my driveway during the Super Bowl, but I am really super excited about the Grand Geekin' Gathering, the family reunion, the G3 coming up. It's February now. I got an 11-day countdown. Let me tell you where I'm going to be, and hopefully a lot of the geeks will be there with me. You can meet us if you spend some time Wednesday, February 17th. I'll be in Disney Springs. That's my travel day. I'll be over there in early afternoon, or late afternoon, I'm thinking. Thursday, February 18th, kind of the day it kicks off. Animal Kingdom, a lot of activities kicking off with other geeks being there. Friday, the 19th, Hollywood Studios. Look for lots of challenges where you can post pictures into our private Facebook group and win some prizes. I just got the stemless wine glasses in. I bought 75 of them for the G3. I've also got some koozies to give away, some stickers, holographic stickers, and magnets, fridge magnets. So I'm really excited to share those with my geekin' family. Got Saturday Magic Kingdom. We'll be doing the Kessler Run. Got a bingo game going on all week. Also a pin trading game. We'll be in Epcot on Sunday, the 21st. Really want to get the best picture we possibly can. I know with the distancing, we'll see how that works out. We'll be hanging around Epcot and World Showcase. And I extended my trip. I'm so excited. Mom said, would you like to go Monday and Tuesday also? So I'll be in Epcot on Monday and Tuesday in Hollywood Studios. If you're still there, definitely sneak up on me. Say hello. I'd love to meet you. If you're a listener to the show, you'll get a holographic sticker for sure if you get a picture with me. So please don't be shy. We are all fun people to meet. I understand if you're an introvert, because I am too, but I'd love for you to say hi. I always enjoy that. I try my best to meet the geeks when I'm down in the parks, and it's getting down there. 7 more days of work for me before I get down there. So excited. Patreon.com is where you can pledge a monthly donation to our show. Thank you so much for the 54 people are now donating to the show right now. That is just so awesome. It's helped me to do all these prizes for the Grand Geekin' Gathering. It's paying for my trip to a large extent. I've been saving up some money so I could go. It was a lot of money I spent last year on a wedding for my son. So this has been really appreciated, this patreon.com support that you guys give to me. Reach out to go to patreon.com, look for Geekin' on WDW if you'd like to support on a monthly basis. And thanks for all the people recently. I've had like 5 recently join up. So thank you so much for that. It means so much to me. It's so great. Again, reach out to Mama, Auntie Judy, travelandtiaras@gmail.com if you want to book a trip. Everybody's dying to get back into Disney World, and you can tell from all the trip reports we've done, everyone is enjoying going down, and that is so exciting. We're committed to helping you have an awesome Disney vacation. So again, reach out to me, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com if you got any questions. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World with us. We really appreciate you listening and geeking with us every single day. We love you, geeks. Have a magical day, and I hope all your dreams come true. Awesome, Jennifer.
And here I was worried.
I thought you hung up. Yeah, I know.
This time I was worried.
I was wondering if we were going to end.
And I really spoke, no, never. I really spoke fast too.
Like you always do.
I always do because I got to get everything out.
Nice.
I'm sure there's things that I missed, but I feel like the essence was there.
I think we got them. I love the way you did your notes.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I like these little, it's like boom, 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 boom. I love
You don't need a story.
It was bullets without the bullets.
Yes, exactly. Although you can, in the notes section on your phone, you can do bullets.
Okay.
No, I'm glad. This is actually the first time that I actually took notes while on the trip.
You know what I finally learned? Glenn actually taught me this too. He did it. He was doing this when he was with me and and I'm using this now. I try to as much as I can. The speech. You know, you talk into your phone, but you hit the little microphone. I have the little note taker. I use Evernote, but you can talk into your phone and it really does a great job of transcribing.
So I have, just the notes section that's on my iPhone.
Yeah.
And you can do, hey Siri, open up, make a note, blah, blah, blah. But I would prefer something. It sounds like I feel
it's
like
right on the keypad though, Jen.
What do you do? What sorcery are you talking here?
So I'm going to create a new note on my Evernote. It's just any program will do this, but your
notes section on the phone.
Well, I'm using Evernote as an app.
Okay, so
but it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, I know you can dictate. I know you can hit the microphone and dictate.
That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, no. My whole thing was, I want to be able to say, "Hey Siri, open up note
okay.
or whatever," and just be able to talk right then and there.
Yeah, I never use Siri, but I just put the app and then push the little microphone and talk.
Yeah, so I was typing. I did do some, dictation that way too, but
because I can't type. I type with like one thumb.
Oh no, I'm okay. I'm okay at typing. Although some of my clients would be like,
yeah.
Really, Jen?
Yeah, you're exaggerating.
But yeah, and you really have to watch me. You do Siri and you say the word book.
Yeah.
It can come up as a colorful word. So booking is, you have to watch yourself. I have actually written to new clients by oh my goodness. So I did it once and I learned my lesson, but still.
Oh my God. Is correction on.
I mean, I'm fun, but you don't know me yet.
That's a little forward. Nice.
So yeah, exactly.
Well, have a good Sunday.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks
it's a beautiful, at least down here, it's beautiful today.
I think so. The sun, I'm looking out here. I don't have a lot planned today. Finish up my podcast for tomorrow.
Yeah, my girls want to go shopping. They're like, shopping,
really?
Shopping. I'm like, really?
It's
I want to go out.
What's
quarantine? COVID has made me more of a hermit than I thought. I already was.
54 degrees.
Yeah, it's
nice.
About that. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, kiddo.
So okay. Tell everybody we said hi. Give loves.
See you.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.